I'm back. So let's get into this Valentine's Day, shall we? I have been slowly recovering from having COVID and all of that it entails because I still have some symptoms, and it's not like contagious symptoms, but it's like the after effects or whatever of COVID, where I still get dizzy like out of nowhere. Like I'll have like these dizzy spells, and I had read like that's part of it. Um, Headaches every now and then. Definitely tired. And I mean, like it's just like I'm always tired, and like that was already a part of my life. So I felt like that was just like thanks, because I was always tired anyway. And then it's the out of breath thing. Like if I go up and down my stairs too many times, like I could feel me like I'm breathing like I've ran a marathon. That's kind of annoying. So it's just, it's an adjustment. And so just getting through that has been a pain, but I'm here, so I can't complain too much about it. And so yeah, it's been all right. Just the day to day. So let's talk about Valentine's Day. So this is actually the first time I've celebrated Valentine's Day since my divorce, or since me and my ex separated. So it's been like 2 years of not celebrating, with my ex, and then I didn't celebrate because I wasn't dating anybody, so there's no point. And Valentine's Day was always one of those things where, with my ex-husband, he always made a point to like ruin my Valentine's Day. Because it was like, and I should have known from when we first started dating, I should have known, like, he couldn't just go along with things. You know what I'm saying? Like, he always had to go against the grain. He always had to, like, make sure to, like, put his 2 cents in. And, like, I just didn't understand it. So I know even when we were first dating, like, he brought up the whole talk about how it's a commercialism type of thing, how it's cooked up by all these big businesses, for people to spend money, and how roses, they're usually like $20 for a dozen, but now they're $60 to $80 to $100. And, and I just hate seeing like men on Valentine's Day, scrambling to the card section trying to find a card for their wife because they know if they don't bring something home, their wife's gonna be mad, and blah, 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 blah. Like, what about the men that do stuff all year round? And I'm like, but do they do stuff all year round though? Because this is how I feel about it. That's how I still feel about it. A guy that does something all year round for his wife, girl, whomever, what's one more day for him? Like, what's one more day out of the times that he's been doing this for him to do something? So, like, why make it a big deal? You know what I'm saying? It was always a big deal to me because my dad made it a big deal. He, like, always got my mom something, which is always ruins it for guys that me and my sister date. Because my dad, he did stuff for my mom. Like, he was the example, but yet he also used to get us stuff for Valentine's Day. I remember being in college and I would get a card in the mail and stuff. Like, it was just so nice. You know what I'm saying? To see that he did this for my mom. He always got her flowers, got her chocolates, and, stuff like that. So it was always something that I saw, like, as a couple, this is what you do. You know what I'm saying? So, and then my dad did stuff for my mom a year. So it was like, so his logic, like my ex's logic, just never made sense to me. And he always made it like a big stinking deal. And I would get upset because I remember our first year we were dating, we had a Valentine's Day, and I was thinking, oh, we're going to go out to dinner. We're going to do, whatever. He cooked. And listen, there's nothing wrong with that. However, he cooked all the time. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, so to me, I just felt like, like me and him talked about it since then. you know, I was just expecting something more, not just even more, but something different, because I felt like you cook all the time. So like, how is this any more special or different than any other time? You know what I'm saying? So like, he claims that was a test because he really had a gift for me, and a card. Like, he would always play these little games, like these tests or whatever that he would always do. And and this was apparently a test, you know what I'm saying, that I failed apparently, because he had bought me like some clothes, and a card was on the bed, but I didn't see them, because his whole point was to see what my reaction was going to be when I found out that he was cooking for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was supposed to like be all ecstatic and all excited and like whoopity, like just, just so glad he's doing something for me. Oh my God. And, like, I guess he thought I was going to, that should have been my reaction. But I said, is that it? And I was serious. Like, I was like, not a car, not a flower. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so because I was like, this is what we do all the time. And so he just made me feel like I was just so bad and like so wrong. And I was just like, this dude here. So like, it was just like every year since then, it was like still the constant, like, it was the constant, he would just, every year, like, you would think, okay, after so many years with somebody, you would be like, okay, she knows the deal. We don't have to have this conversation. Every year. Okay. So fast forward to now, D, my new guy, he's all excited about Valentine's Day. And I'm just like, this is new. He's like, so where are you doing Valentine's Day? And I was like, I don't know. So he made the plans and stuff. And I was like, he's seriously into Valentine's Day. And so I'm like, Cap, I gotta get something for him, like, for Valentine's Day. Because I just stopped making it a big deal, because even before my ex, I would like buy myself cards and chocolates, and I would do that stuff for myself. So it wasn't really like, I didn't make it like a day to be depressed and stuff. I was just like, one day I'll be with somebody, so I get my own stuff in the meantime, because I make my own money. So whatever. So when D is just like making it a big deal, like, it made me feel like, ooh, like, it wasn't weird in a bad way. It was just different. And so I was like, I'm not used to this. You know what I mean? And this is the stuff that I'm starting to like realize this is what good relationships look like. You know what I'm saying? This is how it's supposed to be. And when you've been in a toxic relationship for so many years, you don't even know what normal is, And so he comes over, and I got him this painting of it's like a beach picture. He loves like Florida, so the beach and stuff. So it's like the sunset. It's like under like one of the piers and stuff, and it's like a focal point is the setting sun, and it's like really pretty. So and then I got him like those beads I always wear, like some of the stones, like beads or whatever, that he was trying to steal, like mine. And I was just like, let me get your own. So, got him some of those and everything. And the painting, like, he really likes art. So I thought he was really excited about it. So that was like good. So he got me, I'm going to show you guys. Show and tell. He got me this Michael Kors purse that I love, because it's got a thing I could wear across my neck like this. And then it's like a perfect size. And then I gotta show you down here. Victoria's Secrets. One of them is Pure Seduction. This one smells pretty good. Ooh, yeah, that was good. This one is Coconut Passion. That one smells good. And this is like my favorite, Velvet Petals. That one's really good. So, and then this little baby right here, it's a necklace. It's a Capricorn sign. So he initially, when he bought it, he was like, and I mean, he got me a card, but I won't read that. But he initially was trying to get an Aquarius sign because I'm an Aquarius. So when he said January, I think they were out of Aquarius, but they thought, people don't, they're not really into zodiacs. They don't know any better. But which is fine because he is an Aquarius.
So here I said that I'm an Aquarius and that
Venus.
he's an Aquarius,
So,
but I'm actually
and,
an Aquarius and he's a Capricorn,
Zodiac,
and my
your
Venus is a
is
Capricorn.
like how you
So
show
I don't know why I
love,
kept saying
like,
Aquarius
in
over again,
relationships or
but
generally.
yeah, correction.
It's just how you express love and everything. So my Venus is in Capricorn, so it worked out fine. And so I really like it. And so he did really well. Like, and he took me, he didn't tell me where we were going. It was a surprise. And we went to this comedy club called The Punchline in Atlanta. And this is me being spoiled. I was like, I gotta eat. Like, it was like 8:45 and I was like, do they serve food? But they did. And the food was really good. I got like fish and grits. No. Shrimp and grits and stuff. And they had really good martinis. And the guys were really, like, the comedians were really funny. So this is how I almost ruined Valentine's Day. So when we are leaving, so I kind of like wore, hindsight, I probably should have wore something with more material, but it was like a thin material, but it was long sleeve. So I'm like, I should be good. I got a jacket, but it was not enough. And then I wore fishnets because I was trying to be like cute, So I guess I probably complained a little too many times about how cold it was. And he said, well, why don't you, he was like, well, you're trying to be sexy instead of wearing, you're not wearing a lot of material or whatever. And it triggered me. Like, I don't know why I got so angry. I got so angry and I just exploded. Like, I was just like, I was trying to dress for you. I was trying to look sexy for you. And he was like, this is not, he goes, you don't need to dress that way for that to be sexy. And he's like, that's not, he said, he said, but you don't have to dress like that for me to think that's sexy. That's not what I think is sexy. I was like, well, why don't you tell me? And this and that. Like, I saw his point that he was making, but I was so beyond, like, offended that I didn't hear it. I heard him, but it didn't matter because he'd already made me mad at that point because I was like, you didn't even see that I was trying to dress for you. And he said, well, would you have wore this out to your friends and you guys that went out? And I was like, well, yeah, but that's not the point. So, like, because I would have worn that out with my friends. But he was like, it was just, and I was like, you're trying to act like you're my dad. And I was like, and that's okay. I'll find somebody who will think I'm sexy in this. And I was just like, I just went there. I just went so many places in that argument that he probably was like, this girl is crazy. And, and I just wanted to say that I felt bad. And I even like made a comment about it when he got home. Cause you just stop talking at that point because there's no point in talking anymore. And it's a quiet ride. And I was like, I just ruined like such a good day, an evening. Like, we laughed and we had such a good time and I ruined it. And I was like, how do you even come back from this? You know how, like, you've gone too far and you just feel like maybe I should just go in further because there's no point in coming back unless you say you're sorry. And I didn't want to say I was sorry. But I eventually you know how like you kind of like make that move where you're just like, you don't say you're sorry, but you kind of like lean in and kind of, because I'm not at the point of saying I'm sorry just yet. I should have. I'm going to counseling this week to talk about it because it was a trigger. I just realized that there are things that I still need to work out in me. And it's like my brother-in-law told me, he was like, this is not your ex. You gotta realize he's not your ex. Me and our ex had so many bad dates. I sabotage a lot of our situations, even like our trips and stuff. Sometimes it's like, I don't know how to just like let things be nice and calm and peaceful. It's like, so many times things would erupt with me and my ex. It's like, I don't know how to get out of that, and I don't know when I'm triggered until it's happened. So that's something that I'm going to work out. and I'm talking to my counselor about it because I went there and it was just, he did so many things and all I could think about was he got me so many nice things and I just was so mean, you know. And so ugh. And the fact that he still hung around and he didn't like yell at me, I mean, he was in a argument, but it was like he was just getting his point and I was just like, he's like, I don't think you get what I'm saying. I'm like, I understand what you're saying. Like, I'm not an idiot. I just pray for me, y'all. I'm still a work in progress. And, you know, relationships, like for me at this point, is still like, I have got to still work on me. Like, I could talk about his issues all day and stuff he still has going on, but I still got things I got going on. And I know that it's, you know, probably another year or so for me and him to kind of work out our own stuff before we even move any further than we are now. And so, yeah, so that's pretty much where I'm at. It was a good Valentine's Day until I almost ruined it. And hopefully moving forward, I pay attention to these things and focus on not comparing him or putting him in that situation again. So yeah. But yeah, just want to share that with you guys. And this is my birthday present, one of my birthday presents. It's guest watch that I wanted. So so he's doing good. He's doing good. He redeemed himself from Christmas, by the way. So he's redeemed himself. But yeah, he's a good one. And hopefully I can keep hold on to him and not like run him off. So yeah, keep me in your prayers. Until next time. Peace.